what we're going to talk about right now is assimilation, and this is a part in the um, process of nutrition, just like the steps of nutrition. And during assimilation, you can store molecules for later use, break down molecules for energy, and then you can reassemble them. Okay, well, in order to reassemble them, you first have to have something to reassemble, right? So, what is it that we're reassembling? Um, well, protein. Okay, let's say that we've eaten some protein. Okay, and to us, this is a big piece of chicken, but to our body, it's all of the ingredients that it's going to need to make another protein that our body needs, because we're not eating every single thing that we need. We're eating bits and pieces from here and there, that contain a certain amount of amino acids, and hopefully we eat the correct things in a varied diet so that eventually we can use that for a protein that our body actually needs to survive. So we take that protein, and during digestion we're breaking it up, right? And during absorption we're going to absorb it because it's now broken down into smaller molecules, right? And then they're going to transport it and all that stuff, right? But the important part to think about is during assimilation, we are going to actually use it. And so now maybe we need to make something else. So there's something called protein synthesis, or AKA just making proteins. And in order to do that, we have to, well, first of all, how do we know what to make? Well, we know what to make based off of directions. Those directions are found in our DNA. So, DNA equals directions for proteins, okay? But the amino acids are the ingredients. Okay, so the amino acids are the ingredients. So this is why it's important to have a varied diet, right? Because if you don't have a varied diet, you're just going to have the same old amino acids over and over and over. And if we don't have enough variation, we can't make the, hundreds of proteins that we need for our body to do different functions. Okay, and so, we need this for our blood. We need to make blood. We need to make hemoglobin. This is a protein that's responsible for transporting oxygen through our whole body. Without it, we die. Just a quick side note, people who don't have the proper directions for hemoglobin, they might eat the right ingredients to make it, but they don't have the directions for it. So those people might have what's called sickle cell anemia, where the hemoglobin is shaped like sickled. It's sickled instead of how it's supposed to be. And so this is not efficient. Okay, this is how we want it to be. Okay, so that's just a side note, that those directions for your proteins are very important, but also the ingredients are important too. So when you have good directions and you have good ingredients, put them together and we get our proteins that we need. Okay, so it's hemoglobin, blood. We need it to make collagen for our skin, tissues, genes, hormones, and enzymes. Enzymes are the ones that break this down in the first place, right? So we need these proteins for many, many reasons. Okay, these are all types of proteins. This is why it's important to have a varied diet and to get protein from multiple sources so that we can increase the amount of amino acids that we have, because those amino acids are going to be building up our proteins that we need for everyday functions.